10 seconds. Athletes stand by. All right, ladies and gentlemen, event number 4. Got our ladies out here taking on the 2 rounds, getting things started here at 125 pounds, 10 snatches here, followed by 12 burpees. They're gonna do that for 2 rounds. Then they're gonna advance to the next barbell, 75 pounds on that barbell, following up with the 2 rounds with the 10 snatches and 12 burpees. 9 minutes on the clock. This is gonna go quick. 9 athletes out here competing. Crowley in lane number 1, Court in lane 2, Scallis in lane 3, Albert in lane 4, Baumgart in lane 6, Kinsley in lane 7, Merritt in lane 8, Dreisilker in lane 9, and Willis in lane 10. Scallis right now our only athlete on the burpees. Kinsley now. Joining her on the burpees, Baumgart as well. Nicely. Moving well there in lane number 7. Black top, purple bottoms. Right next to her, Lacey Baumgart. She's in the black top. But right now you can find your leader in lane number 3. Rachel Escalis. Getting to work on the second set at 125. Scallis still holding down that top spot. Nisley not far behind her though here in lane 7. So there's your 1 and 2. Baumgart holding down 3. Just past the 3-minute mark. Once again, 9 minutes. The cap here on event number 4. And now Taylor taking over the top spot here in lane 7. Three and a half minutes in. Taylor advancing her barbell. So Knisley looking to be our first athlete to finish here on the 125 barbell before advancing to the 75-pound barbell coming up next. Taylor going right to work here, 75 pounds. We're looking at 10 reps here, 2 rounds, comboed with the 12 burpees. Taylor looking to go unbroken here on the first set of 10. Scallis and Baumgart now joining her on the barbell. But Taylor maintaining her lead here in the first round with that 70-pound barbell. just past the 5-minute mark. And Isley still holding down that top spot, but now she's got some company. Baumgart advancing her barbell right next to her. So here lane 6 and 7. Here 1 and 2. And a close battle for third. But Taylor on her final round now. Taylor looking to go unbroken once again on the barbell. Isley dropping down and going right to work. Final 12 burpees here. Just past the 6-minute mark. Baumgart joining her now on her final set of burpees. Taylor looking to set the time to beat here in heat number 1. Central, let's make some noise for Taylor Knisley, crossing the finish line. Right around that 6:50 mark. So Taylor setting the time to beat. And now the race for second, Lacey Baumgart. She's gonna cross the finish line. 7:11 for Baumgart. Now the battle for third, Crowley in the mix. Merritt moving quickly as well. Escalas in it. And it's gonna be Merritt, our next athlete to finish, followed by Crowley. And Dry Silko bringing it across the finish line. So 6 athletes across the finish line. Just over 1 minute remaining. Adele Willis moving quickly here on the burpees. 1 minute, athletes, 1 minute. Adele wrapping up her second day of competition. She crosses the finish line, 8:06. 45 seconds. So Court and Alberg now trying to finish it out. They got less than 30 seconds. Come on, Central Regional, let's cheer these athletes on. They got enough time to finish, 20 seconds. Jolene Court looking to finish it out, 10 seconds. Three, two, one. That is time. One more round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for heat number 1.
With heat number 2, time to beat here in the Central Regional, 6 minutes, 50 seconds by Taylor Knisley in heat number 1.
Brandon, what we're going to be looking for right off the bat is singles on these snatches. They're going to try to keep a nice, steady pace at 125 pounds. For a lot of these girls, it's going to be very close to their body weight, but we're going to like to see a really strong girl come out of the field and move quickly through the heavier barbell, but it's most important to sprint at the end.
Touch and go reps in lane number 8 for Cambry Hill. And Lane number 10, Aaron Vanden Reich, one of the athletes that's moved up more than 6 positions. And here is Hill. You saw with that quick pace early, going with those strung together touch and go snatches, making a regional debut, sitting in 22nd. As Hill in first, Roadie in the green shirt, black shorts in second. We check back in on Kara Paslay in lane number 9.
And what we're looking at here, she's having to drop all the way down into a full squat snatch. Most of the other girls are strong enough to power snatch that bar, but what she's having to do is pull the bar up and then fall all the way back down right there into the bottom of that squat. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bit more time consuming. If you're not strong enough to power snatch it, you're going to drop right into that full squat snatch.
Former professional basketball player rounding out her opening set of 10, that heavier bar. And already into round number 2, Anna Roadie, who's been to the games twice on teams, once in 2014 with CrossFit Naptown, where she currently trains, once in 2011 with Ann Arbor. She's only 25 years old, and yes, I said she was on a team in 2011 because she started doing CrossFit at the age of 13.
That's what we're seeing with this younger crop of CrossFitters that are coming up. They're messing around with barbells at 11, 12, 13 years old. So by the time they get to this age, they've already developed, they have the skill set necessary to compete at a high level.
Right in line with Roadie is Aaron Vanden Reich. 2 athletes that are making a charge up the leaderboard, and it's easy to gain a lot of positions. We're 10th and 24th. 15 athletes are separated by 22 points in this giant log jam in the middle of the leaderboard. Roadie on the left, Vanden Reich on the right. First and second here in the heat. That's the final snatch at the heavier weight for both athletes as they're into the round of 12 burpees to close out that heavier 2 rounds of this event. Now we sort of touched on this on the men's side with Saxon Panchik, who is in a similar position, but if you're in the top 10, you're in position to possibly make a run at those 5 qualifying spots, but you're in heat number 2. What do you need to do, and how do you react knowing that there's still 2 heats of athletes going after you?
Well, in one aspect, you need to put blinders on. You need to move as quickly as you can possibly move and try to keep things together so that you avoid no reps. But at the same time, you have to be aware of your competition. So you're looking left and right and seeing who's in your heat. But always in the back of your mind, you're thinking there's 20 more people that are going to follow me, and every one of them is trying to take away my spot.
Roadie and Vanden Reich both onto the lighter barbell. They go from 115 pounds down to the 75-pound bar.
We can see a huge difference in the way these girls are even going through their setup. In blue shorts right there, we've got, look at how high the hips are from the initial pull off the ground. Vanden Reich was keeping the rear end way up high in the air, basically folding at the hip, coming down and coming right back up to the top.
Roadie starting to pull away from Vanden Reich just a little bit.
And there you can see with that rear end way up in the air, she comes down, does a touch and go rep, but barely bends the legs on the initial pull itself.
2 minutes away from our time to beat of 6 minutes, 50 seconds, set by Taylor nicely. And heat number 1. 6 burpees away from the final round for Anna Roadie. Lane number 3, you saw with the black shirt, red pants, Nicole Chauvin in that shot a moment ago. She's starting to make a push. There is Nicole, and she's moving through the burpees in round number 3. Making up some ground on our leaders here in the heat. On to the 4th and final round. Still a minute 15 remaining until the time to beat. Anna Roadie trying to close that gap in a hurry, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Time 6:50.39, 5 reps down, 5 reps to go on the snatches.
Again, that barbell is loaded with just 75 pounds, so we're not earning style points here. This is just function. We need to touch the floor, we need to rip that bar off the ground and throw it overhead. So they don't look pretty, but they're effective. They get the job done. And these athletes have the capacity to do them and not look that great and get away with it.
Final 12 burpees underway for Anna Roadie. Fourth individual appearance at regional. She's also been here 4 times as a team athlete. She's gotten better year by year. 22nd in 2015, 10th 2 years ago, 9th last year. She comes into this event in 10th in the point standings, looking to make a push up the leaderboard going into the final day. 6:50, the time to beat, and it will stay the time to beat. But Anna will be our second finisher under the 7-minute mark as she comes across at 6 minutes and 58 seconds to take the heat. It's a solid performance. Nicole Holcomb will move into the second position, 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Erin Vandenreich in at 7:12. Lane number 7, black top, gray shorts, was Jessica Schwartz, but it's going to be Janelle Schaefer in 4th. One of the strongest athletes in the field, let alone this heat. 3-way race for position, give it to Jessica Schwartz. Another one of the athletes that moved up heavily in event number 3. She slid up 6 positions to 18th. Perusa Sagafi, our 6th finisher at 7:41. Cambry Hill in at 7:48. Here's a look at what might happen to people that used to go touch and go early on with that weight. Lane number 2, gray top, pink shorts. Celine Steele looks to be our next finisher. On the bottom of the screen in lane number 9, that's Cara Pasley.
Pasley was the athlete earlier that we were watching Brandon doing a full squat snatch. So clearly that was right at the very limit of her strength when she was having to get down low. It's doable, it just takes a little bit longer than if you were just power snatching.
Celine Steele finishing. She's actually been to the games without ever being at regionals. That happened last year because she was an alternate replacing Melissa Das on the games team for CrossFit Maximus Nashland. Cara Pasley rounding out our field here in the final 10. She's across at 8:57. Meanwhile, there's a large cheer because in round number 2, it was one successful snatch for Danielle Koch in lane 6. She did get through the first round, so there's no minimum work requirement cut there. But Anna Roadie, your event 4 heat 2 winner, as she'll sit second with 2 heats remaining.
Roadie was strong from the beginning, power snatching every single rep, and when we got to the lighter bar, it was all touch and go, one speed, really, really fast, right through the finish.
And she comes into this in the top 10 in the point standings, 38 points out, and there's 20 athletes that will still factor in, including the 9 ahead of her in the standings, and they know exactly what they need to do to keep her behind them. As we move towards day number 3, again, Anna Roadie, your heat winner. It'll be still good for second in the event at 6:58. Nicole Holcomb at 7:08 will be our 3rd fastest time thus far. Taylor Nicely's time from heat number 1 at 6 minutes and 50 seconds will still stay the event lead with 2 heats remaining as heat number 3 is next. Here in heat number 3, we'll have 3 athletes that have found their way into the top 10, one of which being Marcella Honeycutt, who entered the day in 20th. She's all the way up to 9th. She'll be in lane number 10, but somebody that's up to 8th place, gaining 6 spots earlier today in lane number 7, Emma Chapman.
Emma Chapman making her way up the leaderboard, 23rd, 10th, and 4th, currently sitting in 8th position.
She gained 6 spots, gaining 12 spots from 19th to 7th, two-time games athlete Nicole Holcomb.
How about this for 3 scores? 35th, 6th, and 7th.
And away we go with heat number 3. Time to beat still from heat number 1. 6 minutes, 50 seconds by Taylor Nicely.
Taking on event number 4.
Chantel Lehner going touch and go in lane number 9 in the multicolored shorts. And not necessarily that you have to go touch and go, but what are you looking for throughout the entirety of this one to possibly get the win?
Well, Brandon, it pays to be strong, and at this heavier barbell weight where we've got, for some of these girls, it's going to be close to or above their body weight at 125 pounds. It pays to be really strong, but most importantly, what we've seen is that you need to be able to keep up speed as the event progresses. So when you get to the lighter bar, you need to move faster and faster with every pull.
First athletes to break into the burpees will be on our lower numbered lanes. In lane number 1, it's Nicole Holcomb. There's no surprise there. Karla Wolford in 2nd in lane number 2, just to the right of our heat leader. Nicole Holcomb, she has mirrored something that was incredibly impressive what we saw in Europe that Bjork and Carl Goodmanson did with that 12th place jump. She's done it in the exact same manner. We check in Marcella Honeycutt, who's gained 11 positions today.
Marcella's done a great job moving up the leaderboard. She's been consistent from start to finish, just kind of slowly climbing up 9th after 3 events.
Into round number 2 for Karla Wolford. Gray top, black shorts. She is 2 seconds ahead of Nicole Holcomb, who transitioned a little bit quicker, and she'll retake the lead by about 1/4 of a rep. Into the 7th place, but this is important, just 6 points behind 5th. Wolford entering this event in 13th place. So Holcomb on the far left, Wolford in the middle of the screen. They're 1 and 2 early on in this event. Emma Chapman, another one of the athletes in the top 10. She enters this event in 8th after entering today 14th, working on that first half of the 2nd round of 10 snatches.
What we want to see with the snatch is that we get that initial pull off the ground, we pull the bar into the hip, right into the pockets, and then snap the barbell up overhead in one fluid motion. And the goal here would be to power snatch it. So we're not going to catch it in a full squat. We're going to dip the hips a little bit, and we're going to try to catch the bar with arms fully extended, as opposed to having to press it out at the very top.
First to the 2nd round of the burpees will be Nicole Holcomb on the very top of the screen. New 2nd place athlete in lane number 3, 2 lanes below her. That's Bridget Erickson, 14th place in the point standings entering this event. And Nicole Holcomb, Emma Chapman, and Marcella Honeycutt all in this heat. They are 7th, 8th, and 9th respectively. Holcomb just 6 points behind Jennifer Smith, another games athlete, for that 5th qualifying spot. There's Chapman just 8 points out. And Honeycutt 12 points out as we have this ultra tight race from 3rd all the way down to 9th. First to the lighter of the 2 barbells will be Bridget Erickson, 14th place in the point standings coming into this event, 42 points outside of 5th. And now the difference in between the snatches is apparent, where with the heavier barbell, we're going to do singles, we're going to drop it each time at the top. With the lighter bar, we're going to do a lot of touch and go reps. So we're going to come down from that top position, bang it into the thighs, kiss the floor, and come right back into the top. So we're feeding 1 rep into the next. Nicole Holcomb sitting in the 2nd position, make it the 3rd, and you might want to make it the 4th position now. She's starting to slide once we got to the lighter barbell. Note the person in purple and black on the bottom of the screen. That's Taylor Stride. She's now in 2nd place, and once she got to the lighter barbell, she got shot out of a cannon. Erickson continuing to hold a slight lead of 1 rep. So 3 of your top 4 on the left side. That's Holcomb, Wolford, and Erickson left to right on the right box on your screen. Purple and black is Taylor Stride, the new second place athlete. She might be finding herself in the lead going into the final round. Simultaneously advancing that bar into the final round. They still have 1 minute and 40 seconds until the time to beat. 6 minutes, 50 seconds set by Taylor Knisley in heat number 1. 4 athletes all within a handful of reps.
Most of these girls doing touch and go power snatches. The barbell's going up and then they're dropping into a little bit of a quarter squat to catch the bar. Burpees here look really, really steady, fast. This is what we were talking about earlier in the event, Brandon, is that you need to pick up speed as you're going through. What I was noticing about Chapman, though, that is a straight muscle snatch. Comes down, kisses the ground, never re-dips. It's one fluid motion right to the top. Keep those arms extended, and then we're going to do another 5 reps. You can see there's just no second dip.
Taylor Street, 6 minutes, 17 seconds will be the new event lead with 1 heat remaining. Bridget Erickson will take second at 6:24. Give third to Karla Wolford at 6:31. And Nicole Holcomb, Emma Chapman, and Marcella Honeycutt, who were on a tear earlier today, are going to lose ground as Holcomb in at 6:43. Your top 4 times in this heat will be the top 4 with 1 heat remaining. Chapman in her final 6 burpees. 2 minutes until the 9-minute time cap. And Emma Chapman crossing the line, 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Marcella Honeycutt on the right, on the left. A little bit closer to finishing is Chantel Lehner. Lehner in that log jam for 14th place coming into this event. Honeycutt in the top 10, sitting in 9th. Losing another position as Mandy Newsom comes across the mat at 7:53. Honeycutt in at 7:56, 8th in the heat. Gonna find her outside the top 10 by a good margin with still 1 heat remaining. Taylor Rector. No rep on that last one. Rector, one of the athletes, we always talk about how good moving day can be. She's one of the ones that's had a struggle, came into the day in 12th, entered this event in 23rd.
Never want to see yourself sitting in that leaderboard.
Lane number 4, last athlete left. This is April Payne. She'll round out the field under the time cap at 8 minutes and 50 seconds. And it's Taylor Stride that takes the heat in the new event lead, sitting in 19th place entering this event. But again, when 10th and 24th are separated by just 22 points, she might find herself skyrocketing here with a result like that. 6 minutes, 17 seconds, your new time to beat. In fact, your top 4 in the event will be from this heat. Bridget Erickson, Karla Wolford, and Nicole Holcomb rounding out the top 4. Taylor Knisley's time in heat 1, still good for 5th with 1 heat remaining, and that's next. Here in heat number 4, points leaders, Christy Aramo in lane 6, Brooke Wells in lane number 5, Barnhart will be in lane 4, Fumagalli in lane number 7, but the woman on the bubble entering this event as we clear the halfway point, Jennifer Smith, she'll be in lane number 8.
Jen took a 6th, a 14th, and an 11th overall so far. So watching her kind of move around the leaderboard, we're hoping that she can maintain that spot.
How close is this race? 4 points behind her is Jessica Griffith.
Jessica Griffith, again, moving around the leaderboard quite a bit, 12th, 4th, 19th so far. So we need to see a little bit of consistency to try to climb up that leaderboard.
Athletes stand by.
Final heat of the day underway. The new time to beat set just a couple of moments ago. 6 minutes, 17 seconds by Taylor Stride in heat number 3.
Number 1 starting off Lane number 2.
Brandon, right off the bat, we're taking a look at some of the girls that are doing power snatches. They're ripping that barbell off the ground and catching it with a quarter squat. And for some of these women, that barbell is at or above their own body weight. So what we're going to see here, we really want to be strong. It just pays to be strong. But as we've seen throughout the course of the event, it's more important to sprint at the end. Once you get to that second lighter barbell, you need to move, you need to hurry. Get out of the way and get out of the track.
First woman through the snatches in round number 1, Amanda Barnhart, entering this event in 3rd. She came out to a quick start with that heavier barbell. Be interested to see if she holds on to that pace. She is in a pressure position entering this event. Just 18 points, clear Jessica Griffith in 6th.
Well, what we saw with Matt Fraser earlier today was he took the lead in round 1 of this workout, of this event. He was right off the bat, jumped out to a lead.
Michelle Fumagalli, another one feeling the pressure, also 18 points. Clear of Jessica Griffith, the 6th place athlete, former soccer player for the University of Notre Dame, putting the finishing touches on this round, still hanging in that precarious position. 34th in the point standings, 1 and 2 here in the heat as they start round number 2. Brooke Wells will move into 3rd. Christy Aramo right there with her. Leaders left and right. Barnhart on the left, Fumagalli on the right. How huge would an event win be in this one to close out day number 2 going into the final day?
It's such an emotional high to finish in the final heat on day 2, and there you are, and you take that win. That is a giant emotional push forward.
Amanda Barnhart's listed PR snatch is 175. This bar is 60 pounds less than that, but she made easy work of it. She'll have no snatches left at that weight. As once she finishes this set of 12 burpees, she will move on to the lighter barbell in round number 3. She's opened up a solid lead over Fumagalli. It's 5 reps, the differential between the two. Jessica Griffith will be 3rd. You see her in the blue and yellow in lane number 3. And the bubble athlete entering this event, Jennifer Smith, finds herself in 5th. She's one of those athletes that she has that feel of somebody that's waiting for that lighter barbell, just trying to stay in contention until they get to that point.
Just stay close enough so that you're in striking distance when it matters.
Quick muscle snatches in lane number 4 for the leader, Amanda Barnhart. That was 5 quick reps. This is about in line with the event record pace, let alone the regional lead. Event record set by Katrin Davidsdottir last week at 5:35, and Amanda Barnhart, she sets an event record. She might feel really good about her position, which currently is not far ahead of 6th place.
I can't believe how fast she's moving that barbell. Straight muscle snatch. It looks like a PVC warm-up.
The former swimmer at Cleveland State University The final 6 reps of round number 3, and there's nobody really close at this point. And 5:35, the event record. That's about 40 seconds quicker than the event lead by Taylor Stride, set in heat number 3. And on to round number 4. About 1 minute until the event record. She's actually just behind it. 4:20 was the pace by Davidsdottir. It's 4:32 for Barnhart. But again, event records, they're nice, but 100 points matters a whole lot more, especially in this situation when you're only 18 points clear of 6th.
I was going to say the same thing, Brandon. Maybe she could have kept the barbell overhead and taken that step forward to do the second set of 5. But what's really the point? It looks like she's so far out in front, she's going to take the event win.
Now Jessica Griffith, she's on the left of the screen. She's the 6th place athlete. She's in 4th in the heat as Brooke Wells and Christy Aramo have moved into 2nd and 3rd. Fumagalli has slid, and that is a huge win for Jessica Griffith, who's right in position to maybe move back into the top 5 going into the final day. 6 burpees remain for Amanda Barnhart. Last year finished 25th at regionals, only had 1 top 10 finish, but she was also busy graduating as a doctor of physical therapy a couple of weeks earlier, and she'll take an event win at 5:44, and she will find herself in the top 5 1 year later from that finish, going into the final day. Brooke Wells, a win here would put her back on top of the points leaderboard. She's trying to hold off Jessica Griffith for the position. Griffith in black and yellow, a couple of lanes over, but gives the position to Brooke Wells, and that'll be good for 2nd in the event. Christy Aramo will sneak in just behind her in 3rd, Griffith in 4th, also under the time of Taylor Stride by 100ths of a second. So your top 4 in the heat are going to be the top 4 in the event unofficially. Michelle Fumagalli, red top, black pants. Jen Smith, black top, red pants. Also near that cut line, Fumagalli will finish 5th in the heat. There's going to be a couple of times factoring in. Amanda Hardiman will finish 6th in the heat, and Jen Smith is going to take a hit out of those in the top 6 surrounding those 5 positions going into the final day. Two athletes remaining. It's Kelly Jackson in lane number 10, and here in lane number 1, Nikki Nucchio. Nikki crossing the line at 7:08. Kelly Jackson, smallest athlete in the field. This was going to be one of those events where she just needed to survive the first half of it.
Yeah, when you're just doing 20 reps of snatch at body weight or more, man, that's a tricky proposal.
That first bar, less than 10 pounds heavier than she is. Jackson going to take a hit here in the standings. Came into this one in 12th. Won't find herself in the final heat starting day number 3. But Amanda Barnhart will, and she'll find herself in the top 5. Actually making the top 3 going into the 3rd and final day. Not bad when you were 25th at regionals 1 year ago.
Amanda Barnhart looks so strong from the beginning, power snatching and doing touch and go reps with that 125-pound barbell, making it look really easy. But it was the finish at the end with that lighter barbell. Her snatches were so fast, burpees consistent. It was a PVC pipe up and down, muscle snatching that bar, and that's what gives her a 5:44 time.
The fittest woman in Ohio is the fittest woman at the Central Regional in event number 4, just 9 seconds off the event record pace from Katrin Davidsdottir a week ago. 5:44, nearly 30 seconds quicker than Brooke Wells in 2nd, Christy Aramo 3rd. Griffith and Stride will round out the top 4, and that is a huge points win for Jessica Griffith, who gets a spot by 1/10 of a second over Stride, who went 1 heat earlier. But it's Amanda Barnhart that closes out day number 2 with all the momentum, and she's with Mike Arsenault.
Amanda, it has been a roller coaster ride here on day 2 of the Central Regional. 18th place in event 3, 100 points, first place in event number 4. What does this performance do for confidence going into day 3 tomorrow?
Well, I kind of knew event 3 would be my worst event coming into the weekend, so I was prepared for that. Just gymnastics is not my best thing, but I've been excited about event 4 ever since it came out. I love heavy barbells, so I was looking forward to it all day and felt pumped coming out on the floor today, and just gets me excited for tomorrow.
Speaking of the barbell, how were you able to cycle through those snatches so quickly throughout that event?
Just try to breathe, make sure all my reps were good, and focus on just cycling it as fast as I can.
So you're in the top 3 right now with 1 day to go. So right now you want a qualifying spot for the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Games. How do you maintain your composure going into day 3 tomorrow?
Just stick to my plan. I mean, I have a plan for all the events tomorrow. Try to focus on what I can do and not worry about what everyone around me is doing, and just do my best.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So Amanda Barnhart with the win will find herself in 3rd, and she's in an interesting spot. We spoke earlier this week about all the inexperience in the field. There's somebody that's 2nd regional appearance. Here she is in the top 3 going into the last day.
Really impressive, and well, like she said, this is an emotional high for her at the end of day 2, going into day 3. I think it puts her in a position where she can do really well in day 3 and potentially earn that spot to Carson.
But once again, while they are working on this to see about who will be the 5 that will advance, as the crowd's starting to file out here, as we had a sellout at the Music City Center on a rainy day number 2 in Nashville. The one thing that is continuing to be the trend, Christy Aramo, Brooke Wells just continuing to just fly away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, it's actually not even close. They're just running away with it in points, and just the way they're attacking these events, it just looks like they're playing a completely different sport.
So they are going to be the only 2 that will feel comfortable going into our final day of competition. Amanda Barnhart knows she will be in the 3rd position, and she will do so at 300 points, starting to pull away from the field herself. Brooke Wells will have a 4-point lead over Christy Aramo. They'll be 56 points clear of 3rd place Amanda Barnhart, who will be 32 points clear of 4th place Michelle Fumagalli, and that's where it gets interesting from there back. Jessica Griffith moves into the 5th spot. Jennifer Smith, 24 points back. 2 points behind her is Nicole Holcomb, and there's a couple of other athletes that can still make a charge with 200 points still available tomorrow.
So many points still on the board, and with just so few points separating 5th, 6th, it's going to be really impressive to see who takes that spot.
And those 200 points available will come in our final 2 events tomorrow afternoon. That puts the finishing touches on day 2 here for the teams, men and women, at Nashville, Tennessee for the Central Regional. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Time.